Hey, internet. Is that you, Twitch TV? Is that you, internet? Come on. Come on, baby. Show me the
Nobody
results, show
wants.
daddy. Let me go back to the stream. There we go. Okay. We're going to see if this is working again. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. I'm not dropping any frames. I'm worried maybe it was on my end. It could have been my buffer. I lowered my buffer just a wee bit for you guys. So, as we were talking about, we're going to be going over Wildfire and how they have unique drafts. They draft certain heroes like Diablo, Warhammer. You guys used Sanctification on Tyrael before. I don't know what that was about. Was that a misclick, or was that like actually like,
No. So what we've been doing, we've won it with it in the past in some scrims, but with Nova, we like to run triple tank.
Okay.
When we're against Nova, we like to run triple tank, preferably Tygus and Rhaegar, and then we'll use the Sanctification to block most of the Nova ult, and yeah, just basically. And then usually they get false dead with it as well. So
Right on. So as I was saying, sorry about the stream being choppy, guys. Just doing a quick overview of what we were talking about. Wildfire got second place in Kings of the Storm yesterday. They weren't able to take a game off of the Titan Notice Symbiote. That seems to be a problem with every single team. So don't feel bad about that.
Yeah.
But Tuark took a game of them yesterday, and then you guys actually took a game off of them 2 weeks ago, didn't you?
yes, we did.
Symbiote Gaming. I think it was in the bracket finals, the winners bracket finals. I believe. It was later on. It was deep into the tournament, which is impressive. Just being able to take a game off of them is impressive, and maybe you guys will be the first team to actually take a series for the first time in like 4 months. That would be good.
Yeah, that's always the goal, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The dream.
But I love it because you guys kind of came out of obscurity. You went from Wildfire starting to show some cool stuff, and I'm like, holy shit, they're getting second place. This is awesome. So we're going to be going over some replays that he's given us. He's given us with his good graces. Going over them, going real in depth, guys. This isn't your Oh, so the if Illidan auto attacks, and when you hit Q, we assume you guys are here to learn to learn more about the game. You guys already know the fundamentals of the game. We are going to make you guys better at Heroes of the Storm by going over with our good friend WarGreyMon, who's one hell of a Nova player. Maybe we'll get to see we'll go real deep into Nova with you and talk about why you're so good at her. So, but I'm gonna get this replay up and going right now, my friend Xander. How are you doing, Xander?
I'm doing good.
You look pensive.
Tired. I'm tired.
Tired.
Casted all day.
Casters
My internet
don't get tired.
pooped.
Ew.
It pooped
Don't
while
get
I was
tired.
streaming, and I felt bad. But I'm here. I'm ready to talk about some strategy with you guys.
Everyone, please
Got
tell
to hang
Xander
out.
He can't control his internet going.
Got to hang out. Got to hang out
so,
with.
like neurotic. He was like, "Oh my god, I'm freaking out! It's all. Everyone hates me because my internet dropped out." I don't know why you're like a 5-year-old English boy all of a sudden.
That didn't sound English at all. That sounded like a 5-year-old fat kid.
Mother,
But,
I want some tea and crumpets.
There you go.
That's so bad.
English.
That is such a bad
But,
English accent. Everyone in England just stopped watching just now. Okay, let me get this replay up.
I did get to meet some of the guys from Wildfire out at BlizzCon. Awesome bunch of dudes. Icona, great guy. Had a lot of fun hanging out with everybody there. And I was talking to you guys, and I was like, I want to get you guys on here and talk about some of the plays that you guys have and some of the drafts that you guys have been picking. Obviously, we've seen you guys first prioritize that Diablo, which was awesome to see. Then you guys have been picking things like Sergeant Hammer, which you've been using to great effect. And then I just still cannot even get over all of the use of Muradin, that is even a thing that's
Dude,
happening.
that Muradin. Oh
But
no, Skype is freaking
if you want to just expand on that to some
There we go.
extent,
Muradin?
that would be everything.
Okay.
Together.
So I'll do the Muradin first. We pick Muradin very rarely, actually, because when either Tyrael and Arthas or the double tanks are banned out, it actually helps us a lot because we can get Diablo and Muradin as well. So it leaves more tanks open for us and less for the enemy team, because usually teams like most teams don't usually pick Diablo or even Muradin. So that's the Muradin pick. The hammer, Bims, one of our teammates, Techie, is his scream name right now. Brought him to him. He's like, this hero is not actually that bad, and so the damage is really good. So what we actually do is we rarely siege up. We do a mine build with the knockback mines, and it helps. And especially with this double tank meta right now, the knockback mines really help. And it basically is a stun almost. When you have about 6 mines, it's a pretty decently long stun.
It shows people around.
Absolutely. So if you'd like to, Shane, I do believe we have it set up where we can take a look at if we take a look at Heroes Fire if you'd like. We can go over maybe that build that you guys use for the Sergeant Hammer. Just take a look at it really quickly, and you can go over the talent choices that you guys pick as you go through if you'd be willing to expand on that a little bit. So I'll open up Heroes Fire. Shane, if you can get that up and going on the stream
right now, my man,
so that everyone can see the choices that he is making. That'd be much appreciated. But yeah, so to go on that, and then maybe we can talk a little bit too about the picks of Diablo and how you guys are picking that. Maybe look at a replay at some point too and check out one of these games. That would be awesome. So I have it open and I'm ready to go once you guys are ready to go.
And WarGreyMon, this is a casual environment. Crack open a beer, have a drink, have a good time. We're not
awesome.
We're not
I'm down.
In, so go take a do what you do.
Do what
I'm just getting the graphics set up for that right now, as I thought it was set up, but apparently it's not. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I really like the hammer. I mean, do you guys pick it like in what when you're drafting? Let's say the 3 heroes have been picked on the enemy team, 4 heroes have been picked on the enemy team. What heroes do you look for when you're thinking about Sergeant Hammer and what he's effective
So
at?
usually, we usually only take it on Dragonshire. We think that's the best map for her. Long, big maps like Cursed Hollow and Garden. They take a lot of transition between lanes, and Hammer does not excel at that at all.
Okay.
So definitely shorter maps for her. Definitely like if there's more than 2 melee heroes, we look at that. That's about it. We treat her as a normal hero. We don't even mess with the siege mode at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one of the things that I really enjoyed watching while you guys were playing her. Is just that like everyone sit there and be like, well, the siege damage is great, and then the graduating range gives her so much power, and she can stay back, doesn't have to put herself in a bad position. But you guys are like, actually, no, we're not gonna play her that way at all. We're gonna get her up there, get that nice stun off, and then just she has good damage herself without needing to be in siege mode.
Yeah, we turn the hammer protect the hammer comp into hammer protect the team comp with all the spider mines. So
everybody turns and looks at Hammer. They're like, wait. Bitch, get in the get in the front of the group. You're gonna fight for us.
That's right. All right, I am getting it all set up here. Xander, for some reason, I don't have the graphic for like us being at the bottom and being up here. I thought I downloaded it, but I don't. So we're just gonna do it.
So we're gonna just take a look at that. We won't have faces.
Look at that. For some reason, I didn't get it in the download file. So things happen.
Things
happen. Hey guys, in the meantime, check out this sick video.
Sick video of what?
It's a video.
Shane is doing things.
And we're back. Okay, let me get it up and running here, ladies and gentlemen. Just gonna add this real quick. I love you guys. Shkadoosh, shkadoosh, shkadoosh. Oh, why is it not working? Xander, it's not working. Okay, disregard the Heroes Fire thing. Let's get a replay open, and in the meantime, I will fix this, because for some reason it's not working, and I apologize.
Well, no, we're not going to disregard the Heroes Fire thing, because I would like to actually talk about that. So if you can open up the screen, doesn't matter. Just drop it open up a screen, just have Heroes Fire open, full screen. It's fine. I'd rather talk about the build and go over it now.
Sounds good to me. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why it's not working. It was working for me just fine earlier. Here we go. Let's try this again. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, shkadoosh.
Cool.
I don't know what was going on there, guys. Sorry about that. I had it all set up. So, we are going to be going into Sergeant Hammer here, ladies and gentlemen, with WarGreyMon from ESV Wildfire. There's the Sergeant Hammer. There, that's what we're talking about. So, Sergeant Hammer is a hero we normally see, who's known, was recently nerfed. She used to have her hover round talent and the extending range talent on 2 different tiers. And that actually made her, it seems like she was actually somewhat good. Obviously in pubs, she felt horrendously overpowered. In competitive play, it was different. But, she would do absurd amounts of damage from, a distance away. And we actually, saw her on Haunted Mines and stuff like that, too, which was pretty cool. But that was before we got custom games. I actually think it was that same patch where the custom games came out and they nerfed Sergeant Hammer. They're like, no, this can't happen. But you guys are using her in different ways. You're not worrying about Siege. So let's go ahead and go down here to her talents and go over the level 1 talents, what you choose and why you choose it.
All right, so level 1, we go the Advanced Artillery, which increases the damage to long-distance enemies by 10%.
Okay.
Basically, it just helps her auto-attack. Since we treat her as a auto-attack or a ranged assassin. The other ones, I guess you could go Regen Master if you're really worried about mana or the health. But we always go Advanced Artillery. The second one, Maelstrom Shells, it just increases the basic range. Also pretty standard for what like a basic auto attack battle tank build for that.
Okay.
You could go Vampiric if you're worried, if you don't have like good heals, maybe like right wing, maybe if but yeah, normally you would just go with the extra range. Right. Her range is already pretty short. And then on 7, we go First Aid. I think it's becoming a better talent. I think it's becoming a better talent.
And battle or not hypercoolant. Sorry, I thought those battle moments didn't have the icon. But yeah, hypercoolant is probably not that good. But
no, not really, unfortunately.
But they increase the slow too. Is it 20% increases it to 40%, or it's 30 to 40?
I think it's, let's see here, 25 to 40.
Okay.
So it's not bad, but I even take First Aid on Tychus. I think it's becoming more that.
Yeah, a lot of people have been saying they're prioritizing that a lot more now.
Yeah,
just
level 7,
it's actually
it seems
pretty
like if
strong.
they have First Aid, they get it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, just basically extra heals, and you aren't able to burst down someone as quickly. At level 10, always Napalm Strike.
Yep.
That's how we're able to get such ridiculous high damage on the ticks. If you're standing in it, the ticks are insane.
30 damage plus per. Yeah, that actually is quite an absurd amount of damage. You're right.
And then and the impact on like people underestimate the impact. The impact damage is actually pretty insane.
Yeah, and it's a decent size. They weigh in a huge range too.
And on a 6-second cooldown, it's insane. Like 13, we go the Bullhead Mines, which it knocks the basically they're just knockback mines. That's what we use the hammer for when they're using more than 2 melees. And then on 16, it's if they have a lot of bursts, like maybe they have a Tyrael Falstad combo or Tyrael Nova combo, we'll go Stone Skin, and I also get that on Tychus as well.
Which is pretty standard on him, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Yeah. And but normally we go the extra 2 mines and basically just an extra knockback, basically.
So situationally, if you need to change, this is kind of where you find that change happening. Other points, it seems like you're pretty solid about what you're choosing in those talents. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of variation.
Unfortunately,
we did talk about 7, but it seems like First Aid, actually, from what I've been hearing, is a lot more preferred than even the extra slow and the duration.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what makes Hammer really good in our eyes, that she can get Resurgent on a non-tank. So the fact that the upgraded Napalm is all right. She's already doing Insurp damage anyway, or pretty much decent damage. So just having that, and Resurgence being so strong right now, it's just too good.
Yeah, it is getting nerfed. Blizzard has outright said we aren't changing it. They said, I believe they said they're increasing the cooldown on it up to 200 or 300 seconds at minimum. Could be even more than that. Now, just to touch on that real quick, with the change in Resurgence of the Storm, how big of an impact will that be as far as like certain here? I feel like that's actually gonna be a really big deal.
I think it is too. Maybe the meta will switch away from 2 tank. Maybe. Definitely, we probably won't be playing Hammer as much unless they buff Hammer.
Right.
But as Resurgence goes, I think once that change goes in, the meta will actually shift probably.
We'll see those level 20 talents we don't otherwise see on Warriors, like the improved Locust Swarm on an Uberak, that little bug that like swims around them and does damage. Like I think that'd really think cool.
Talking about an Uberak, I think they even expanded a little bit on this in talking at BlizzCon and prior to that as well, saying that like they really do need to add into the game the ability to control the target of those abilities. And once that happens, I feel like a lot of things will change, and you'll see things actually find a little bit more use. Like even I could see, and we've talked about it so many times, going back to that, is like even on Kerrigan, the like Ultralisk is not great now just because you don't have any control over what that does. But let's just say you guys are pushing and doing something, and you're pushing really strong, and you guys want to continue pushing in the lane you're in. If you have control over that, you can focus it on a building, or you can send it somewhere else to do work for you while you're pushing down that lane. So let's say you have an Abathur pushing another lane, and you can support his push with like a Ultralisk, and then you're still doing a lot of damage with Kerrigan.
Yeah, the thing is, like, Ultralisk actually does a ton of damage, but the fact that it does whatever it wants is why it's
Exactly,
that
it's a
talent.
huge
Yeah.
deficit to its ability. It's like usage and actually seeing it in play. So
Mhm.
I want to see that happen. Quite,
Agreed.
I want to see that happen a lot. Like I would really love to see them start doing that more often.
WarGreyMon, can you go ahead and send me that replay again? Once we get that
Oh, yeah.
replay,
Yep.
ladies and gentlemen, we will get into that replay. Now, what replay is this?
This is one from our match versus Glorious Gaming during the
Okay.
Kings of the Storm tournament.
Right on.
We were playing Hammer this game. 1 second.
Right on, right on. We are going to be going back to our beautiful faces here, ladies and gentlemen. In case you guys are just tuning in, this is WarGreyMon from ESV Wildfire.
There you go.
Who has been having a lot of recent success. We are going to be getting up that replay as we speak. The Skype video may be going away for just a second. I apologize if it does. The stream is looking good, though, right? Right.
Looks good to me.
Looks good?
Yep.
Everything looks good? Xander,
Can
you
we-
look happy?
I'm
WarGreyMon,
happy
you
as
look
a
happy?
pig.
You look
I'm
cold.
so
I'm
ready.
ready to go.
You look
Ready
cold,
to get
man.
in this. I'm a little cold.
You're a
Got a
little cold.
jacket on inside. What are you?
Yeah.
Some kind of Eskimo?
There we go. There
All
it
right,
is.
I'm at
There's the
7
replay.
seconds on that replay. So whenever you guys are ready to pop into
I
that.
am loading it right now. We're gonna get into this and we'll talk about the draft, the bands, the band phase, and all that stuff. Get that
Yeah.
situated.
We can talk about how you guys decided to choose what you had in your lineup based upon what you were facing against them. So to start off on it a little bit, since we're looking at it now, he'll be picking it up soon. It looks like their lineup was Chen, Tychus, Abathur, Rhaegar, and Falstad. And you guys took the Anubarak, Tassadar, Uther, Stitches, and then the Sergeant Hammer. So
Yeah.
do you want to expand a little bit on that? Who are the picks and bands in that match?
So I believe we banned Arthas. ZP's really good on Arthas. So
Yes,
I think
he is.
that's why we took it away from him. And I think that's also when they ban a tank, I think they ban Tyrael, so I think that's why we banned Arthas. We usually ban what we match. They match. So if they ban Tassadar, we'll ban Tychus.
Right.
And obviously there's exceptions, but that's usually the rule of thumb we go by. We let's see here. They got Tychus, so we have to get Tassadar automatically. Having Tassadar and can pick up Rhaegar and just Bloodlust, and even taking that away from them, it's still insane.
Okay.
Since the 2 tanks were down, I think we picked up Anubarak and Stitches. Yeah. I don't know why we didn't pick up Diablo. I think we realized that I think we had been having success with Stitches that day, so I think that's why we picked him up.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna get into
yeah.
the game here. I have it
Oops,
up.
Shane, you're lagging a little bit again.
There we go. Oh, stand by, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I'd be lagging. I haven't done anything.
Well, you did open up Heroes. End of replay.
This is true. There we go. There we go. Come on, XSplit. You can do it. Please. There we go. Looks like it's starting to... I'm still getting 0 drop frames. So it's not on my end. It's not on my end. There we go. Nope. It's starting to work. Once it starts to work, we're going to get into the games here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not entirely sure.
It's lagging on my screen.
Yeah, it's lagging on my screen too, but XSplit says 0 drop frames. I'm looking at my internet. It's working fine. It even says stream configuration quality. It says excellent on my end. Let me just try. I guess I'll just try restarting it. I don't know why it's doing this, man. Driving me crazy. Come on, Twitch. What are you doing? Get a hold of yourself. There we go. All right, we're just going to restart the stream real quick. This is driving me crazy.